Another MLB The Show video. Back on MLB 19. 20 hasn't come out yet. But, I know a lot of people out there, wonder how you make your own franchise. Because, not franchise, but, roster. Because, you see, when you start a new roster, like let's say start a new one, load save rosters, you can use whatever roster you want if you download it. And same for Road to the Show. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own roster for Road to the Show or franchise. Or I guess maybe March or October. I think they use their own rosters too. But so what you can do if you want, you can go to Roster Vault, and they have roster vaults, so you can choose whatever. Let's say you want the most up-to-date version. Pick whatever one of these you want. It's really personalized out of all. But you also, if you could also say, I don't know, I want a 2004 roster. There's some 2004 rosters out there, so you can get it. But there are also player vaults, and what the player vault allows you to do, it allows you to look up a player. So like if you're making your own roster, let's say you can put those players, minor league top prospects that you find in here, and you can put them on a major league team on the teams. So let's say you go to name, obviously, and let's say I want Casey Mize, because really high on him. He's gonna be really good. There's a bunch of Casey Mizes here. I guess I'd pick this one I already have. You click him, click download. Then what you do, you go to the option screen, go to load data, and you have to pick your roster. So you'd load your roster in. Let's say I chose this one because it's a pretty good one. Dude updates it all the time. I'd go to roster control, and you can do whatever you want with this. So you go to manage roster / import player. So we got the Tigers here. Got Boyd, Fulmer, Scoop, and the guy who made this roster already has Casey Mize in here, but that doesn't look like Casey Mize. So you're gonna click X, scroll down to import pitcher. Then we already chosen. Here he is, and boom, you got Casey Mize, and doesn't that look like him? But let's say I also chose a couple other guys, like Matt Manning. It doesn't look like Matt Manning, and he has way better stats than that. So let's put him in there. Boom, you got Matt Manning now. And what you can also do, let's say Casey Mize is in Double-A, so we'd send him down to Double-A. But then I guess you'd have to get rid of. You can get whatever you want. Let's say this guy, Torrey Stokes Jr. We'll just move him to. I guess we could move Harold Castro up to AAA ball. So that works there, and then you can do this for whatever team, prospects. And so let's say Miguel Cabrera is injured, just move him to Class A, and then you click Auto Fix Roster, square, and X, and you just go back, and boom, he's in Single A, but right now he's not hurt, so move him back up to MLB, and boom, you're good. Then you just click Auto Fix, and he's back in the majors. So that Casey Mize too. Let's say for the Seattle, I downloaded. Let's say you're gonna play Seattle, and you have Evan White here. That does not look like Evan White. You don't think his stats are good enough? Just go to import position player. Go down here. There's an Evan White I downloaded off the thing earlier. And boom, you got Evan White. It looks a lot more like him. Let's see what else can we do. let's say the Red Sox. You got the Red Sox here. What you can do, or where were we? Let's say Casey Mize gets called up this year, right? Let's say he and that he's on the 40-man roster. You can add whoever you want to the 40-man roster prospects. Let's say he gets called up, so let's move him up to MLB here. Then we gotta take a guy off the MLB roster. So just choose the lowest overall guy, I guess. That's what I usually do, because they usually put like a really bad guy on there. So let's say Blaine Hardy. He can go play double. He can go play AA ball. And you got Casey Mize up in the big leagues. Click autofix, pitching rotation. Boom, he's there. But let's say right now, Michael Fulmer is the ace of the Tigers. You want him to be the ace, just move him around, or boom. Or let's say you want Casey Mize to be the ace, boom. Let's say you want Tyson, or let's say you want Buck Farmer to be the closer, put him there. And what's gonna happen is boom, save your changes. Or let's say you want to move. Let's say you want to move a player, right? So let's say you click X on whatever team, player movement. I don't know. Let's say in this fictional world, Garrett Cole signed with the Red Sox, right? We can do this. We can just move him for whatever we want. We can move him for Mookie Betts. This will give the Red Sox 125 hits. We can replace him with anybody. Let's say Nick Longy for Garrett Cole. You guys do the Sea Dogs one? I don't know. You guys get the gist of it. Damn, that sucks. But let's say I want. I don't know. Let's say I want Manny Machado back on Baltimore. You just click X on Machado and replace him with, I don't know, let's say Mark Trumbo. And boom, he's back in the Orioles. Accept roster changes, which I did by clicking circle. Boom. And did we actually switch him? No, we didn't. So you go to player movement, go back. Let's go get that son of a bitch. And boom, he's on. So you circle, accept roster changes, yes. Auto fix by clicking square. And boom, Machado's an Oriole again. And put him back in the lineup. You want him batting fourth? You can do that. And boom, he's your number 4 hole hitter. But I don't know. Let's say you're gonna play franchise mode and you want to play as Detroit, but you want to change some of these guys overall. So like, let's say Miguel Cabrera, you want to make his stats like he was from 2013, I think it was, or 2012, or from his Triple Crown season. You click circle. All CPU rosters also validated. They are all validated, right? Validate it. Then you go and click edit player. This is where you can change all these guys' overalls and stuff. So, where is he? Boom, we got Machado on the Orioles now, right? But what were we talking about? The Detroit. Let's say Miguel Cabrera. You like him, but you want him to be like he was back in the day when you won a Triple Crown season. You know, you can boost all stats up. You can do it to whatever you want. You know, like these weren't his stats from like the old games and stuff. Like, you know, I guess this is sort of what it would be around, cause like he had a phenomenal season that year. And he didn't get injured at all that season too. I think he missed like 1 game. Let's say he was a good fielder back in the day. Bump up his fielding stats. Maybe he stole a couple of bases and was good at it. Accept roster changes and boom, you have prime Miguel Cabrera, prime time Miggy. But let's say Matthew Boyd, let's say he has a higher overall potential. So potential's like, oh, this guy is 83 now, but since he has an 87, he could get up to an 87. So boom, let's say, I don't know, he didn't allow that many hits or home runs. Bump those up. Boom, he's an 87 and he has that 87 potential. Let's say Michael Farmer, he has, I don't know, 95 potential. Just click options, click accept those changes, and boom, you got the A rating for him. Or let's say, where is he? Casey Mize. Let's say he I don't know, he barely has any hits, and he has a clutch pitcher. There's options, accept that. And boom, doesn't give up very many hits and is a good clutch pitcher. Or I don't know. Let's say you can do this with any team. I don't know. Let's say who would get off? Someone just got an extension. Oh, that's right. The White Sox. They just extended prospect Luis Robert. Passed him right there. So let's say that. You can, I don't have one right now, but let's say you want to import a player, you do that in roster control, not edit player. But right now we're just editing him, so let's say, I don't know, he has 99 potential, and like on Prospect Watch, I think his power and stuff are in the 60s and stuff in his contact. So let's put all this good stuff in the 60s, you know, and let's say they just offered him a big contract extension. So what you'd do, you'd go down there, and right now this doesn't have him as on a contract extension, but I got like what, 6 years, 7 million a year. So you can up this, and you can make this whatever you want. You can make it 31, you can make it 500, but you can make it real life. I think it was 6 years, 43 million. Yeah, that looks about right. Options. Accept these changes, and boom, he has a contract. Or let's say, go back to Detroit. Let's say you got Casey Mize here. You can make him. He's 22, but let's say you're gonna play franchise. You're gonna play Road to the Show, and you're gonna play on Detroit, and you want him to be locked up and be a Tiger forever, right? So let's make him 22. But let's say you want to make him 20, so he's younger, so he lasts longer, and you want him on the Tigers for 10 years. As cheap as you can get them. Yeah, boom. Or let's say you want to give them, I don't know, 5 million a year, whatever you want. It could be 31, or where is it? So 5 million, 10 year, 50 million over 10 years. Except that, and he's on a 10 million, and he's on a 10-year contract. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Tiger for life, bro. Let's say Lindor gets an extension for 5 years. Yeah. Boom. You can give that, and he's gonna be an Indian for 5 years, 5 more years. Jeez, I didn't know he's only 25. Yeah. But let's say Mike Clevinger has you think he has like, I don't know, the potential to be like a 93 overall. You can change it to be 93, and now he has a 93 overall potential. You know, and you can do this forever. And then how you're gonna save it? You're gonna click circle and it says, if your rosters have changed, please go to Data Utility on the left of us and save your roster changes. So like this, so you're gonna click Save Data right here on Data Utility. You're gonna go to Rosters, and I don't know, let's name this Red Sox 2020 Champs. You gotta go here. You're gonna go and you're gonna click Save for this, so you can see we got our 2020 champs right there. Gonna save that, boom. And then you wanna play franchise, you gotta start new, go to load saved rosters, and boom, there it is, Red Sox 2020 champs right there. Gonna click on that. Clicked on our thing. And boom, here we are. You know, let's say we're gonna play Baltimore. Boom, we got Machado back on the squad. Or Detroit, you got Primetime Miggy. and we gave Mize that big contract extension. Got Miggy back. So that was a tutorial. I hope that helped you guys out a lot. I will see you in the next one. Peace.